Okay, round two. Got the choice. We'll play first, and we'll keep. Very good hand. We get to go Bonkin Instigator Morph or Bonkin Lurker Morph or Hordling Outburst. So we do get to make some decisions. I almost want to do the Lurkers, just in case I draw land the next couple turns here and I'm able to attack with it. I feel like the most likely play is going to be the Lurkers, but we'll see. We shall see. Ooh, well, Ixnay on that plan. Looks like we're just going to be getting a Horde Chief out there. Well, I guess this changes things. Let's do the Lurkers. Could have outlasted there, but it's alright. Instead of played the Morph, I mean. Alright. 3-3. It's pretty good. Well, guess we... Could swing with the... let's do that. I'm going to swing with the Lurkers. I don't mind trading with an Aspirant here. Cost me... I don't want to leave it back in case he's got like a debilitating injury or something like that. Good. I'm actually glad there was no block. I'm not going to unmorph here. I'm just going to jam out a Horde Chief. Just take 3. Alright. So I think we just get rid of the land. It's going to make our turn... Unless we draw a land next turn, it's going to make our turn a little bit worse. But I still think it's fine. I think we got to outlast here. I want to start getting a little more defense out there. Well, there's a black source. I think we just swing morph. Alright. Kind of feel like unmorphing here, actually. Let's get in for 5. It's a little bit too much damage to pass up. Play the caves. And then we'll pass. That War Name Aspirant's pretty good against us. Seeker of the Way. That's a lot of warriors. All right. I think this turn I think we got Outlast. I want this guy to be able to block. It just seems too good against our opponent. So why don't we do that? And I guess we can do Outburst as well, because then next turn I can Instigator and steal something if need be. So let's see. Think that I go Lurkers. Feat of Resistance would make this a 4/5. Well, it wouldn't die. Kind of want to make this trade. And I'm debating this one. Feat of Resistance would be a problem. I could block Horde Chief. 3, 4, 4, 5. If it's Feat of Resistance, I can't kill it anyway. So maybe I just block with... Well, I guess at that point I might as well just block with all the tokens. So if you Feat of Resistance now, you can kill my 4 tokens, which is pretty good. But at least we get past the Feat of Resistance, because that thing's going to be pretty good against our Instigator. Throttling the Lurkers, alright. Well, it still worked out pretty good for us. Certainly not the ideal draw. We're going to leave it in our hand just in case we get Tormenting Voice. I think I leave back the Bonkin now. Only because the Aspirant can keep attacking in. So I think I chill. It also avoids Smite the Monstrous. Yeah, I'm going to chill on the Bonkin this turn. Let's keep the attacks at a minimum here, especially since we're out of gas. Alright. No plays. Unfortunately, no plays from us either. Alright. She's got a flyer. Not too shabby. So what could I do? I could swing with Bonkin. And his blocks are probably, what, Chief plus Skull Hunter? No, it's not that great. What are his best blocks? I feel like he probably takes it. Does he? I don't know. I'm going to swing with my Bonkin here. Could have a kill shot. Alright. Now we get to play Horde Chief. Setting up for that rush of battle or that trumpet blast. Just waiting for that. Because then we get to steal a dude plus do that, and that's going to be pretty brutal. I think we can take the Chief pretty soon here since it buffs our guys for a turn as well. Alright. I think we're going to take the Chief next turn. Just seems worth it. There is a morph, but if it's a pony back, I certainly don't want to deal with it. So why don't we just steal the Chief. So all those guys have less toughness. And then we'll bash with team. Crack back for 3, 5, 7, 9, potentially lethal. Are we striking for lethal though? 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's exactly lethal. Warning Aspirant can block a token. Skull Hunter, well then they could just take 13, go to 1. I think I leave back 1 warrior, or 1 goblin rather, to block the morph on the backswing, because I just don't quite have lethal. 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, yeah. So as long as I leave 1 dude back to block the I could also leave all my tokens back. I'm not sure I like that. Actually, I guess I do like leaving the tokens back here. Because he gets 2 free blocks on tokens. He takes 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, goes to 2. I feel like it's pretty challenging. It's pretty challenging. If this is a pony back, I'd like to attack with everything. If it's a Krumar Bonkin, I really have to leave a token back. If I attack with everything but 1 token, he gets 2 free kills, which means 2 tokens get in, which means I get in for 2, 4, 6, 9. I get in for 11, which is good, but I don't like how much he cracks back for. I don't like that he gets 2 free kills on my tokens. I really don't like that. I feel like that's just not good. I think I'm just going to attack like this. I certainly don't want to give him a nice backswing. Him taking 9 here is pretty significant. He does get to swing with his War Name Aspirant. But we're still slightly ahead on the race from what I see. So we could have taken him to 5 based on those blocks. Or maybe 4, which still wouldn't have been that good. We would have been tapped out and had 2 less goblins. I kind of wish that attack had gone better, but I don't have any gas left. It's a little bit of my last hurrah. All right. Well, I gotta guess this is a. Well, that's just weird, actually. That they. Why would you leave the aspirant back? It's kind of interesting. I wonder if this is just a Bonkin. That was a great draw. Now we can good chance of getting Russia Battle, Trumpet Blast maybe. Ponyback Brigade's not bad. I kind of feel like that's what we're attacking into here, but I am gonna do it. So we'll get in with the Bonkin. Possibly follow up with a, probably I guess follow up with a Ponyback. Just because it gets us so much dudes. That's interesting. So what do I want to kill? He obviously doesn't value that morph very much. Let's take out the aspirant. Although, yeah, I think I like that more than the Lord. Could also be a weaponsmith. But then, can't say I was expecting that. Guess hoping I was going to play a trick is my assumption. So if I play Pony back here, I guess we're in pretty good shape. Unfortunately, 1 land short of doing both. It's okay. Well, I guess... No, I guess I don't have to be. Let's do this. Still gives us a pretty good blocker here. I would have expected an attack from the morph, but I guess if you were leaving a Mardu charm, couldn't you have just as easily... Well, I guess I see what you were trying to do. I think it was just mostly trying to bait me into some sort of play a combat trick and then like play Feat of Resistance and then I guess in response charm it. All right, get a first striker. I am going to have to deal with that Leaping Master somehow. Guess a little Trumpet Blast never hurt nobody. Or Utter End. Jeez. All right. Well, guess we're in chill out mode for a second here. Seven life. I would very much like to know what this morph is. Oh, well, question answered. Let's see what the attacks are. No attacks. So I think we just unmorph. No reason to use the other end yet. So I have how many creatures? 6, 9, 11 to your 5. I'm actually, well, I guess we're just going to take out the first striker and then get in with team. And that should be lethal, although then we die to any sort of disruption or removal. Is that right? Maybe not. I utter end the 3/3. I swing with team. Guess he only has 8 on the backswing by my count. All right, I'm going for it. Let's go for the lethal here. So 4 blockers to my 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 attackers. That adds up to 7 damage. At the very least, forced to block with the Leaping Master. This is not a good sign, though, if they're going through all the motions. Not lethal on Crackback currently, though. So I guess a kill shot on the War Shrieker, but it's still lethal. Yeah. So, let's see what the removal is. Could be a Bring Low. Oh no. We're going to lose to Deflecting Palm? That's kind of disappointing. Well, never fun to lose to a rare, especially when your opponent's at 1 health. Can't say that was a very enjoyable experience. All right, well, IR disappoint. Let's try this again. Exacxies, too. Sad inside. I feel like someone just tore my insides out. That sucks. Let's see here. Active Treason. Barrage of Boulders is, I guess, not that great. It does kill a Leaping Master, but doesn't seem worth it. I don't have enough ways to get Ferocious online. Active Treason. Not the worst. I mean, Instigator does some work. Sure hope our opponent doesn't have a Barrage of Boulders. What have I got? Anything? I guess we just leave it the same. Alright, we'll play first. And, no white source. I still keep it. It's not a very good hand, but if we get a white source, we get a turn 2 Bondkin. If we get any mana, we get to play Lurker eventually. It's a fairly weak hand. I just don't feel like mulling it. I think we just outlast and pass here. I have a good feeling he either has to kill the Bonkin or we're going to start getting in for some decent damage here. Banner. Alright, let's go ahead and get in. And we can do Lurkers, or we can do Watcher. I think we do Watcher. Feel like there's a better chance that we get to continuously get in with Watcher. I'll probably, well, what would I prefer to reveal? The Utter End or the Rush of Battle? It's a good question. I'm not actually sure. Ooh, that's kind of a bummer. Guess we ditch the Trumpet Blast since we already have the Rush of Battle. Alright. So now we get to do the Lurkers. And we'll get in for 5 here. Be nice if we had a warrior. So, if I play Rush of Battle next turn, I get in for 5, 9, 13. Oh, I get it. Okay, well, guess we answers that question. Otherwise, I can get in for 10. While we have a white spell, it's probably pretty smart to just reveal it. Obviously not playing around Deflecting Palm again. But got the game this time. That's cool. All right. Well, let's go to round 3. So he's going the discard route. Well, I mean, he's got Skull Hunter, so that makes sense. Now that well, gotta admit, I'm a little bit more tempted to do the Barrage now. After seeing that, the only play where Barrage is bad is if he's got the Chief that boosts the toughness. Other than that, it seems like it's pretty good. At least it hits 3 guys in his deck. All right, I'll do it. I have to decide what I'm cutting for Barrage of Boulders, and that is a very reasonable question. Could be the Tormenting Voice, although I kind of like having that. Could be like a Horde Ambusher, but I like keeping all my 2-drops and or 3-drops. Doesn't block very well, though. I guess Tormenting Voice can get the axe for the Barrage. We'll see if that pans out for us. All right. Well, we're going to keep this hand despite not having a red source. We've got the 2 drops. That's all that matters. Well, plans change. No 2 drop. Very nice. Ooh. That was a very good draw. All right. Easily attack into the morph to get the Horde Chief online, in my opinion. Especially with the rush of battle on the way here. Interesting. So, I'm trying to remember what all the morphs were that our opponent had. Can't recall right now, and I should be able to. Oh, the flyer. That's right. But I'm not sure why my opponent would value that. All right. Makes our turn kind of easy. Well, yeah, I think I know what we're doing. So I think we just outlast, play another one, pass. No blocks. Swarm of bloodflies. Kind of want to utter in that. Could also just rush a battle here, which allows us to get in for a lot of damage. If I rush a battle, I get in for 5, 9, 13, 17. And by 17, I mean 16. With some life gain. And then I've got the utter end for the swarm. There's no way he can palm me this turn. Just another thing. Well, I think we just swing Bonkin. Outlast. Play a land and pass. Just basically looking for a good opportunity to attack in. That was a reasonable one for Rush of Battle, but I'm kind of hoping for a better one. Now that both my guys have first strike, I feel a little bit more comfortable. I mean, most likely I'm going to have to utter end that swarm of bloodflies. All right, tapping out. So let's just gain a bunch of life here, I think. As much as I wish I could. I think the fact that he doesn't have it up now is basically just force him to block. Yeah, let's just go for it. Gaining 7 as well. His guy's getting bigger, but I think he can't. This is a pretty overwhelming force. At the very least, he's forced to block. He does the trade pretty wisely. We're gaining 7 life, which is nice. and putting him to 2 life. His guy does get bigger, but I don't think I'm worried. All right. So I think we just utter end the swarm on our turn. Bash in. So we bash in now. He's got to have a play. I think we just get in. All right. Well, ended up beating this guy, which is really satisfying because that game 1 got me pretty annoyed. Deflecting palm is a usually, I don't know, in that instance, deflecting palm was pretty crazy for the win since he was at 1 life and he had Xaxes lethal with the deflecting palm. Yeah, that was a frustrating game to lose. So yes, that is why this was a satisfying match to win. All right, I'll see you in round 3.